So in 18 NFL game season, it is coming. We will.
At some point.
Apparently, there's already been talks about it heating up. We talked about the Joe Burrow proposal, but right after that, it was like, boom, Roger Goodell is you know
Yeah,
brainstorming
and
some
I mean, I think there
vision.
have been talks about it for a while, but it's weird that it took what 50 years to add one game.
Mm-mm. Well, it's also weird that like the NFL like really cares about player safety unless they can like make more money.
Exactly.
Like,
They're like, hey, yeah, put this fucking pillow on your head and you'll be safe forever.
and by the
Like,
way, we're gonna do a whole extra week of this.
and do actually extra few weeks. You guys will get another week off or whatever, and
Another bye
this will
week.
get dragged out for a long time. But yeah, no, we care about you guys. It's
Uh,
like
yeah,
all they have to do is say that we don't care about your health and safety. Like you always say, a combat sport. It's
yeah. I mean, if you say this is a combat sport, and
like
people
your
are like,
overall well being, sure, but like if you get hurt, you get fucking
it's
hurt.
not we don't care, but it's more of because this is the thing, they don't have to come out and be like we don't care, but
No, but it's
they
like
their actions and the rules that they're implementing shows that they are being way too overly cautious and just
yeah,
honestly trying to stay face or show face.
yeah,
They just try to look good.
yeah.
Um,
I don't know who they're trying to save face to because people want to see people get hit.
just normal football, bro. Like I don't want to see a routine tackle. Now it's a fucking 15-yard penalty or whatever. Like it's like
Agreed. I would
just
rather see 16 games of hard football than 18 games of pussy football.
yeah. Honestly,
So,
yeah, that might be the best way you
because
could have put
it's
that.
been 16 games for since what 70s or 80s, no one's complained.
Well, has it been? Was it 16 in the 90s?
Well, in 72 or 73, when the Dolphins went undefeated, it was 14-0,
Okay,
or then it was 17-0 total.
okay.
Um,
So I feel like it increased after the divisions changed. No, because they were still maybe they were playing 16 games then. You look when did 16 games when were they implemented? That would probably be the best way to
78.
1978 they went from 14 to 16 games.
Yep.
Okay. And that's also when they could care less about your fucking safety.
Agreed.
Which I mean, and not to say we're like
But it's
anti
been
like
almost,
protection.
huh?
I'm saying like I'm not saying we're like anti protect players or
No,
whatever.
I'm not saying that all these guys need to go out and get hurt, but it's like there's a lot of guys in the NFL who just want to play the football that they were brought up and
Yeah,
learn how to
like
play. And again, they understand the consequences. No one's going into an MMA ring fighting and saying, "I don't want to get hurt. You guys protect me." It's like, no, that's your job.
yeah,
Figure
it's
it
your
out.
job and it's also most people complaining about the safety of the NFL and players, people who aren't in the NFL or are players.
And the way they talk about CTE, they talk about it as a cumulative disease. Like it builds over time. It's not an acute thing. Like there is acute brain trauma and shit like that. But I mean, when you got guys who play fucking 3, 4, 5 years in college, all of high school ball, taking hard hits, and then you get to the NFL and they're like, "Oh yeah, now we got to protect you from CTE." It's like
Yeah, it's like
you
but
could
they
have already had it by now,
yeah, they
motherfucker.
have CTE. Like I
And
don't
it's
get
like
that.
it's a thing. Like I don't know.
It's just
What are we
something.
protecting against?
It's bro. It's life, and it's the fact that it's like yes, if your brain takes more trauma than the average person, it might cause side effects.
Yeah.
But
Also, maybe handle injuries
yeah,
better
you
when they happen. Don't
like
let Tua go back out on the field 2 games later and
yeah,
get
like
his head blown off.
there is a way to take care of concussions and your brain and like not.
But the problem is there's money involved,
It's
and that
all
muddles everything up.
Devin. I was just about to say this whole thing is about money. Adding another game is about money. Keeping offensive players safe so that we can watch Joe Burrow for a full season It's just everything. It's like
Well, that's why the Bengals hid an injury from the NFL
there you go.
because they would have put him out. They would have said, "Joe, you're done for a few weeks.
And did they
Figure
get in
your
trouble
shit
for
out."
that?
Which, huh?
Did they get in trouble for that?
Yeah, but
No,
barely.
no, but I'm saying, did they like, or was it they might get in trouble and they didn't?
I think they may have caught a fine of
Because
something, but I don't know.
If I'm Roger, I wouldn't be surprised if Roger was like, thanks for not telling me because people would not have less people would have watched this game if they knew.
What?
I'm saying like Roger probably would have appreciated the fact that they hid the Joe Burrow injury.
I mean, for that game, but for the rest of the season, now you don't have a Joe Burrow. You got like what was it, Jake Browning or whatever.
Yeah,
Played decent, but I mean, when you got a guy who's making $50+ million a year, it's like
but
the Bengals should also want to keep him healthy because he just got back. Like he just reported, like he just like started playing full speed again.
but then you also can't predict like, okay, does he have a slight injury or is this going to end his season? You know.
Yeah, but it's better than like knowing that if he gets that thing hit again, then it will end the season, which it did.
But it's also Roger Goodell, the billionaire, who goes, "Oh, Joe Burrow's out for the rest of the season. All right, more spotlight on Jalen Hurts, more spotlight
Yep.
on CJ." Like it's like
Yep.
he can easily just go make more money off
Yeah.
somebody else. Oh, Brock Purdy's a legit quarterback. Let's go over to San Fran. Like it's easy.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert's back.
No.
Yes,
Well, then they tanked. I mean,
Justin
the
Herbert's
stock on Trevor Lawrence last year went from okay to dog shit real quick.
Well, I mean, he's expected to. I mean, he's expected to do what he does, though.
No, no, you got paid this year, but like at the end of last season, it was like Jags fell off the face of the earth, and then somehow the Colts got in there, and I don't know.
But yeah, no, I'm all for an 18 game season, but also,
Like,
let's stop pretending
can you
like
just give us the?
we're not gonna get it back. Like everything that they've implemented, we're not gonna be able to change and take away. But they can at least like now they can stop pretending like they care.
But
You
they
know?
won't. They won't. They're going to keep
No,
pushing it.
they won't.
They're going to keep saying that we're trying to make it safe and we're trying to make it safe for the next generation. The truth of the matter is, you're going to get hurt.
Well, maybe one day, like Roger Goodell, like he's like 95, and he's just like, I never cared. And we'll be able to sit here and go like, we told y'all. Like, see, we knew
Yeah.
Roger didn't care. We
You
knew
know who
Roger was all right.
their poster boy should be for NFL safety?
Who?
Just Richard Sherman. Fucking trying to
Richard
bust
Sherman
down a
trying to
door.
bust through a door. That's a
They'd be
throwback.
like,
That's a
"Hey
classic.
guys, wear your thick boy helmets. Don't end up like Sherm."
That is an archive. That is a moment in history.
It's a beautiful thing, and it probably has zero to do with concussions, but
No. Like it's like I've seen plenty of people who've never played a contact sport
the majority of them.
and like act a fucking fool because of a woman or their relationship or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, no, that's like emotion.
Or it's like the majority of NFL players don't go and try to break into their girlfriend's house or
That's
whatever the
another
fuck.
thing. That's
It
another
doesn't
thing.
happen.
Like the reason Antonio Brown is such an anomaly is because nobody else does or did the shit he was doing.
No, and you can't go and he got hit by Montez Perfect. It's like no, he.
Oh my god,
Shut the fuck up.
God, that's like when you just said about the whole acute thing, and it's been built up forever. It's like
Yeah, it's not like if he was
one hit. And
yeah,
if
no.
anything, it's like bro, kind of just whether it was CT, whether people think it's CT or not, I think bro just got big headed and got bigger ego.
Big headed and bored and whatever the fuck, and I think it has nothing to do with CTE, and I think it's just an out for him. I mean, his fucking thing now is CTE, ESPN, or whatever the fuck, and
if anything, he makes fun of it.
Well, I mean, I think that he blames his horrible lifestyle and actions on his CTE. You don't.
Probably.
I don't know. I'm not going to bring up specifics, but you don't throw fucking bricks through movers' trucks and try to beat the shit out of people and do all that stuff.
Was that Antonio Brown?
Yeah, he did that a few years ago, but also
Michael
Well, I don't know if he
Thomas.
threw a brick, but Michael Thomas did throw a brick through a window.
Michael Thomas did some
But
shit
no,
with
when
Joker. Threatened.
I think it was AB was going to get his house, whatever the fuck, they were going to take a shit, and then he
Dude,
started
the shit
trying to beat the
AB
shit.
did, he threw the brick, he did the shit on the shoulder, he
Yeah, he's
walked
a
off the
big
field,
on
he almost
shoulders.
froze his feet off. Remember when
Yes,
he
yes.
like
Well, that was he wanted the old helmet. He stood in the cryo for too
dude,
long.
the
I forgot
helmet
about all the
shit, like
Raiders shit.
the
That was
Raiders
nuts.
shit, the Raiders was the entertaining shit. If you want to really talk, and then
Yes,
when he got the trade and it ran out, and it's like, God,
yes.
like Antonio Brown was he
Well,
was a show.
he was a Raider, and then did all that weird shit with the feet and the helmets, and then was a Patriot, right? Caught a touchdown pass from
Yeah,
Tom in that first game, and then got accused of the shoulder thing. Um, and then it was just all downhill from there. Ended up on Tampa and won a Super Bowl, and
and then
still
walked off the
found a way
field.
to kill his career.